Hey folks, it's me, Ola. One more unboxing. I just did the GoPro, but I figured I'd do my tackle warehouse. Now, I ordered this, I'm gonna say sometime in July, and I kind of forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. But the next thing you know, I get the notification that it's coming, and ba-boom, baby. You probably can't see that label, but it says Vanford 2500 HG. Now, this should be the all-new 2024 ICAST Best in Show Reel. It's the new and updated Vanford. The box is even a little different than the other one. Now, I have not ever seen one of these. Didn't know what it looked like. Of course, it's sexy just like its predecessor. It says 2500 HGA. Yeah, it looks a little different here. The name, and it just has very small amount of red. That red right there is just a decal or a sticky piece of paper on there. Take that off. Let's put the handle on and give her some cranks. So this is basically the Shimano Vanford, probably similar to the ones I already have that I use and I love, but this has a few features that have been brought down from the Stella. I don't know if you're going to see it. There's a small fin right under your roller, so that when, I'm assuming it's for, like if you're fishing finesse and you're bumping your lure, you know how you get line slack, and sometimes it goes down and under your spool and gets tangled up. This is supposed to prevent any line slack and wind knots. But it just makes a little tiny gap for the line. It pushes the line up into this gap and keeps it from getting slack and flopping. Line capacity, braid 160 yards. It just says diameter 0.25, you get 160 yards. This feels a little more like there's a bigger click in there, like it's grabbing more. Yeah, it looks different than the standard Vanford. Still looks awesome. Feels awesome. It's buttery smooth. Still have your shiny butt right there. The handle looks very similar too. Same shape handle. So I hope I have some braid. I think I have some Suffix that I bought that I want to try. MGL rotor. This supposedly has the, what do they call it? Infinity gear, which can take a little more side load, I guess, when you're pulling a big fish. If it gets pulled, the shaft doesn't bend as easily. So you have the infinity drive. What else was on here? There were a few items. What else is in the box? I didn't even look. Okay, you get your standard. Oh, I know what else was new. This has different, I think it has different drag washers. I know the 3000 series does, but I don't know about this one. And they're not carbon tex. They're not felt. They're kind of in between. But I don't know if that applies to the 2500 or just the 3 and above. You get your washers that go under your spool, and you get an extra one of those little fins. It actually kind of feels a little lighter too. I'm probably imagining it, but yeah, this whole rotor part looks different. It looks very different than the original Vanford. Let's take this spool off and see what it looks like underneath, or the spool cap. Your little clicker in there. See, I guess it's this infinity drive. Yeah, I can't see anything to do with the drag washers to tell if they're felt or Duracross, is that what they're called? I can't even remember. Looking forward to throwing. I'm going to use this on my Nico rig. It's going to be on a St. Croix Legend Extreme. It'll replace an original Vanford, and I'll just keep that as backup or sell it. But there you have it. That's the 2500 series. And it's super smooth, but you know, the regular Vanford is smooth, so I can't tell you. It's very quiet though. There's no binding or rubbing, or obviously there shouldn't be, but there's no sound at all. No sound. Alright folks, that does it for the Vanford. I'll have this spooled up and ready to go for maybe not tomorrow, but when I put the new GoPros on. We'll do the new GoPros, and I will do an on-the-water review for this Vanford 2024 model. But I'm happy it's finally here. Been waiting a couple of months, and I think we'll be pretty satisfied with it. I have maybe less than 2 weeks left here in Bangor at this campground. We've been here all summer. Fantastic campground. At the end of this month, we're heading to Bar Harbor. I'm not taking the kayak, mainly because we're on the ocean, for one thing, but I don't know if the striper are running. I bet they probably aren't. But I'm going to see if I can catch something right there where the tide comes in and out through the little inlets. I see people fishing there every time I go by. So 2 more weeks here, 5 days over in Bar Harbor, then back here to Bangor for I think maybe another 7 or 8 days, and then that's it. Heading south with a few stops. I was gonna stop and do muskie fishing, but I don't think I'm gonna make that, because as it turns out, I'm going to the Outer Banks in North Carolina for a week. So I don't know, I doubt it, but I would like to do some muskie fishing. But next year, I hope that we get up here a little earlier than the end of June. I'd like to get here May 1st or somewhere around that time frame when it's still really cold. That does it for today's video, folks. Stay tuned for my on-the-water review for the Vanford 2500 HGA model, and we'll see how she does once it's all spooled up with some fresh braid. See you in the next video.